hyper focused, efficient, you know. The things that when I always ask them, like, can you tell me some things? How do you manage your weaknesses? These are weaknesses, right? How do you manage these things? Does that come up as a question for you ever? I always ask it.
No.
Never?
No. Well, what do you mean? Like in an interview, have they asked me what my weaknesses
what
are?
your weaknesses? How do you manage your weaknesses?
Not manage. They just tell me what
are your weaknesses?
What are my weaknesses, and I would be like, well, I'm this is very honest. I'm a perfectionist, and I judge people on that perfection, and if they're not in that wavelength, I become very annoyed and frustrated because I'm just like, why aren't you more efficient? I don't understand it. Why?
Perfectionism, just so you know, down that rabbit hole, perfectionism is probably a childhood trigger for you. It is rooted in insecurity.
Absolutely.
And so be careful. Be careful when you say perfectionism, because it leads down a lot of other rabbit holes. Say it, but be prepared to defend it, right? So when you talk about what you don't like, okay, so when I don't like interruptions, have a response to manage it already. Right? We all have things we can't stand doing, right? Because I'll say, I hate printing, but what do I manage? I set aside a time to do it after my most productive parts of the day. I know that I'm most productive in the morning, and so I take on my super large projects that need my intense focus then, and then I manage my printing at the end of the day. Right? How do I manage my weaknesses? I don't like to let them know that, because what you don't want when you're hiring somebody is a malcontent. Oh my God, I can't stand printing. When they come to me with printing, that would not get hired. I just listen, I look at body, I look at you, right? How do you manage your weaknesses, right? I just finished interviewing the next round for Felice. She's giving me
another assistant for Felice.
She
the
just got to be the fourth one in a year.
The Hamburglar, she doesn't need one, man.
Right, but we just hired a really good person, and I already told HR, I said, I'm sitting in on these meetings, and I was like, Felice doesn't really need an assistant, but however, they done changed the name. It's no longer, the person is a finance, it's not an assistant, coordinator? It's a finance office coordinator, office assistant, some finance.
To do more stuff, so that she could do more work outside of
I think they changed the name to pay them less.
Oh shoot! Wait, let me be real. A coordinator to pay her less.
Well, once you change the title, you can pay them. You know what I'm saying? You can pay them less. Papa, you okay? Oh. Papa? Rowan? Is my son still in this house?
Okay, so you know, Renee, if you the funny thing is that if you hear the voice message that I left you,
what'd you say?
I say in that voice message, Renee, please don't take it the wrong way or something, but I've been praying and it just doesn't feel right. I want to be excited, but I just don't understand. This is not clear. I said, well, I do have the strategic assistant, and yes, I have the strategic assistant. So maybe it's the merger of the healthy assistant, because you're more wellness, you're more like inside, you're more deep, and I'm like, and I'm outward. I'm like, mind, why all this stuff? And I was like, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm the CEO of this. Maybe I'm the CEO of the strategic assistant. You're the healthy assistant. And then we merge together. Maybe
we work together.
And we work together.
Yeah, back and forth and stuff like that.
Yes.
Okay. It's coming there. It's coming to the, because I was thinking that, and I thought about that too. I was like, well, maybe we both stand alone, like independent contractors. We were throwing work back and forth to each other, because we're looking at different parts.
Right, because I was like, well, maybe the strategic assistant needs a coach, a life coach, and maybe Renee works with the strategic assistant, and maybe I'm the product, and then I work, and I was like, maybe that's what it is.
Maybe that's what it is. Okay, we can live in that. I can live in that.
I can live with that. So that's what I told you in the voice note. But then I was like, but if you didn't hear it, there was a reason why I didn't allow you to hear it. I knew that, and I said, okay, I didn't push. That's why I didn't push. And I said, Father, I'm leaving it to you, because if you didn't allow her to read it then, or hear it then there's a reason why.
God bless you. You're very obedient to God, and I'm trying to do the same thing. Sidebar. This is important for a couple reasons. So last week I I tried to get Toys for Tots to come on site. I want a bin at our job, not a public site, but I want the office to be able to donate.
Yeah.
So I look it up and I reach out, fill out the application on behalf of AC, and I tell after I finish the application, I forward Chantel the link to say, hey, let's talk about this. She's from HR, right? VP of HR. I said, hey, I want to discuss this at our next 1-to-1. I want to do Toys for Tots drive at AC until like December 16th or whatever. Just letting me know. Something inside of me says, CC your boss. So why am I CCing the damn president on this? And I put his name on and I took it off. Some say, CC your boss. Oh. I put his name on, I took it off. I was like, it's not that serious, man. It's just like, I said, I'll talk to him about it at our 1-to-1 on Monday. We have a 1-to-1 on Monday. I talked to Chantel next week, Wednesday. I forwarded it to her. I did not forward it to him. Oh, I did not listen to myself. When I go and I check my inbox on Thursday morning, he sends me an email. Renee, Harlem United is running a Toys for Tots. Should we partner with them? And I just look up at the Lord. I said, you know everything. I know nothing. I just have the spirit from you that lives inside me that tells me things, and there I go being disobedient. I said, I got you. I know now, right? Even in my disobedience, I know now that's what that voice is, that nagging that you should do this, where you're not sure of why. Mm-hmm. This is a stupid thing. Why do I need to do this? This is a silly thing. Do I really need to do this? You need to do this because I told you to do it. You knew that was my voice, right? Mm-hmm. So what do I have to do? Rather than take in front and not have this whole this back and forth. Now I gotta go and, hi Doug, thank you for this information. I had planned to discuss this with you at our 1-to-1. I'd already reached out to Chantal. Rather than had I just CC'd him on the damn information, right? Mm-hmm. It's not, and then I forward him the receipt separately. And then I said, God, I thank you for that moment. I thank him even in that moment, and I promise to be more obedient every time I hear something still and small. Don't matter what it is, do it anyway, right? You know what I'm saying? Because it's for my protection, and I don't know it. I don't know the full extent. I don't know the full extent of the voice, right? But I'm gonna tell you what it did do was reinforce that I know that voice now. I know what that is. I know now solidly in my disobedience. I know that thing. The thing I hear, the nagging, that's God's prime protection. Yeah. That's His voice in me. That's the Holy Spirit. Yeah. I got it now. Right? Understood. Clear. What I would say? It's going to say pronto. Is it period?
Oh,
punto? What is it?
Punto.
Y punto. That's it. Period. That's what it is, right? So I know going forward what to do. And in your obedience, and I'm getting the same thing, and even praying here, it's like, well, maybe because I couldn't get the this, I got the this, because we're so strong. It's like, is it, Lord, am I getting it because we're so strong in our own fields? Are we looking in different directions? I was like, I know that. So for me, right, this is easy for me to do. I can do it for myself with a lot of thought. Like I gotta really dig down. But my safe space will be a mix of mental. Yeah, it's mental and emotional wellness. Mm-hmm. It has to be. There has to be that balance for me. Yeah. Right. I am process oriented. Mm-hmm. I stick to it, and I solidly, once I build a process, I swear by it, and I think that we can get through.
That's why you like law.
Probably, yeah.
Are you more logical?
Would I say that?
Because I'm very logical, but I also
I can weave in. I have to feel something out at the moment. My soft.
Because I always say that doesn't make sense, so that's why I'm very logical in that way.
Read the room. Mm-hmm.
You like to provide clarity because your communication is important. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Communication and being able to communicate. Communication. This is also writing.
My gosh, Renee.
This is what.
Look at this.
Uh-huh.
I say that doesn't make sense. You say, does that make sense?
Do I say that? Do I?
Yes.
Okay, so to talk about, let's talk. Can we go down that rabbit hole for a
Yes.
second? You put it out there and like you will assess it and
That doesn't make sense.
you
Yes.
will assess, right? You offer assessments.
Mm-hmm.
I will offer inflection, like a reflection.
Does that
Encourage
make sense?
reflection. Encourage reflection.
Does that because you want clarity and communication. You want to make sure that what you're saying is understood. I don't care. I'm just saying. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. I
I
don't
want
care
you to
what
take
you
that
say.
back and go figure it
And
out.
go figure it out because it doesn't make sense.
Ooh, that was refreshing.
Isn't that funny?
I like.
But that's the
speaking.
thing. But that's the. Do you see that?
Mhm,
But there's a circle in the middle.
Where we meet and connect.
Yep.
There's a thing here.
There's a thing in the middle.
Okay. The writing, the clarity, the communication, the
Clarity, communication, synthesis.
There's I like to look at Bible verses. There's a Bible verse that says utter speech continually. And I just want to write that down.
And you season your speech with salt. I typically don't.
I do kind of. Do I say? I don't
You
water it
season
down.
No, you season it with salt.
Say. Explain.
Because you come from a place of kindness. I don't. I'm very logical, so I'm just like
Direct. You're
I'm
extremely
very direct. So
You're direct.
So I am very low on emotional intelligence, but you are higher. Because you're like, but does that make sense? And I'm just like, I don't care. Just figure it out. This doesn't make sense.
Bible verse.
Let us say a prayer, Heavenly Father, as we watch this story. Open our hearts to receive your truth.
And I have to repent all the time. I'm like,
She said I gotta repent. You
I
don't
really
repent
do.
if that's you though.
Because I'm like, Father, oh gosh, I know that's just terrible that she's done, but I'm just like, it doesn't make sense.
Why would you repent for that? Because ever since I've known you, ever since we were on, was it Lexington and 59th Street? When you got there right before we went downtown, you were always kind of direct. You were always kind of like, yo, saying, okay. Always. Why repent for it now, girl? Are you pushing 50 like me?
But I'm
It's
like,
not gonna change. Why would you?
but God says to season your speech with salt so that it could be better received, and I need to work on that because there has to be some kind of a balance where I'm just not like, Mark, this is stupid. Because it's sometimes not what I want them to do, they won't do it because the delivery was wrong. And so the impact is lost.
Have you ever had somebody been so offended that they didn't get your message? Or exactly how you said it, they'd be like, I thought about it and da-da-da-da-da. What was the reaction to you being direct?
They didn't like it, but they were like, okay, fine, then yeah.
Mission accomplished. It doesn't matter. Your mission, your path is accomplished. Me, I care about how they feel on the road. You're like, get on the road.
Get on the road.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
Just go.
Just go. You want strategic. I ain't here to be your life coach. That's what you want. I ain't your run coordinator. Go. Right?
I gave you the roadmap. Just go.
Just go. Me, I'm on the way and I'm coaching them. You can do this.
You want water?
What do you need to get there? The end, you know what I'm saying? The next milestone is here. You got this. You can do this. They need a cheerleader, but you need to give them the path. We can both align. You know what I'm saying? We can both live and get them going, right? You're just telling them to get down there 12 miles, and I'm with them on the 12 miles, right? I think that. Hold on, it says other speech. That's Psalm 19. Verse 2. Let me go back to my Bible app. Let's see if they're right. AI can sometimes,
People will respect you.
Why I do this, again, I want to be solid. I always bring it back to the word because we can't edify, we can't build up if it's not built on anything.
And if it's not built on the rock.
Get on the rock and let's stand, right? So we good, right, after that, and we know where it came from. So
I'm more like Paul. You know how Paul was a little bit, you know how Paul was like very direct and like
Yeah, he was
Who
telling
you
people
following?
whatever.
Did Paul, did Saul or whatever die for you on the cross? No, it was Jesus Christ. So what are you telling me that you're following Paul and who are they?
He said, day after day they pour forth speech. And it was 19:2. Let's get in another version. I think it is King James Version. Day unto day utter speech. At night unto night showeth knowledge. There is no speech, nor knowledge where their voice is not heard. So day unto day utter speech.
Utter speech.
Day unto day. And there's another version. I don't know. Is it ESV? Other way it says utter speech continually. I've read 3 versions of the Bible in its entirety. Rowan was kind of like, because I told him we've been doing more Bible study. I told you,
Yeah.
And I said, go to Psalms 121. And I was in another room, and he's looking it up. I was like, I look unto the hills from whence coming my help. He's like, Mom, do you know everything in the Bible? No, Papa, I don't. But there's a lot of things I memorize. He's like, will I memorize it? You can. You know what I'm saying? As you practice and you get it right. How many Bibles have you read? I said I've read 3 versions of it. Wow, I hope to do that. You know what I mean? I like giving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
that encouragement.
If
it would have been me, and I would have been like, just memorize it. Here's how you do it. Here, just write it down.
Yeah. Encouragement, direction.
Right here.
You
Oh
give,
yes.
yeah,
No,
okay.
you.
Wait. I said
You give encouragement.
But you give direction.
Encouragement. That's how you do it.
You're direct, but you give direction. Right?
But I will be the one in the marriage. God, help me. I don't want to make a mistake.
This is our vision board. This is how, whatever we are, we're getting it out, and they're going to put it out there, and it's just like, oh wow, this is what makes us us. This is what we're offering to the world. At the end of the day, whether you sell your services to NC State or the other person, you have the framework. You got this thing that you're going to sell to people after that. You might be having your day job until you develop your baby, until you develop the strategic assistant, right? To a place where it's self-sustaining for you, right? But you gotta be able to. You don't need the effing questions in advance. Yo, I am the safe space. I am the environment. This is what I do, so you can lock in, right? I think so. I think you got it, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing where you feel that you needed, and that's why we drilled down. You felt you needed the questions to create the environment for the safe space. You don't really need that, because you still have to draw within you to get it out. You're still looking with, it's you and God in that room, right? Before that conversation is started, right? And I've heard people say that, you can't bring, but you have to win people to yourself first before you win them to God. They have to fall in love with Glenn,
right.
before they get to know your God, or get to know all the things about you that make you you, all the things that come with you to the office, right? All the things that your productivity, your cutting edge, your hyper focus, efficiency. Before they get all of that, they're having that conversation with you, and you have to bring that safe space, and you're drawing it for somewhere. You're not always going to have the questions in advance. And quite frankly, you don't really need it, because you said when you don't have the questions in advance, you just read them and you make it comfortable, right? You read them. Okay, this one needs this. I'm gonna tell a joke. That one needs that. I'm gonna talk about these numbers. You can do it.
I just have to have the confidence and the boldness to do that. Yeah.
You already have that. I'm just saying you're not as dependent on the questions as you think. You're already creating a safe space in that environment, even beforehand, because you're drawing from inside of you anyway.
Isn't it? I don't know.
So for the healthy assistant to be healthy, this is her focus. I think this is her number one focus. For strategic assistant to be strategic, this is her number one focus. So you're always going to come back to whatever is going to drive this. You're always going to come back. What makes me strategic? Your love for cutting edge technology. Your love for tech. Your love for new. Is it new or cutting edge? It's new.
It's newer. I mean, it can be. It just needs to be different. I've always
new, different.
Yeah. I need I always like to be different, even when I dress. When I was a little girl, I always wanted to be different.
Yeah.
And have different. Even when I was, it's funny because that you mentioned the tech part, because when I was pregnant with Jacob, I found this website called One Step. I don't think they exist anymore, but it was called One Step, and they had the dopest gadgets for. That's where I got my double stroller. I had a stroller that had an umbrella attached to it, and it was like gadgets that people were like, where did you get that? The Bobo had all my kids' names on them because I needed different.
Yeah.
And if I don't have different,
You feel bored, probably?
I'm bored out of my mind.
You don't like boredom.
Yes, I get bored out of my mind.
Will you keep this? Is this helpful for you at all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much. Thank you.
You don't like boredom. Do you think I can sell this kind of service to people, figuring out who the hell they are and helping them?
You?
Yeah.
Yes.
You think
They would. Selling is not my forte.
It isn't.
No, because I'm too.
But you're still an entrepreneur.
But I can tell you what you need, but I can't convince you to buy it. That's not my lane.
I don't know if I can either.
I think you could do much better than me because of your emotional intelligence. You can connect, because what you need is for the person to connect with your mission. I can't do that.
You know what else I need? I need relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I am big on, so if my boss says send an email to the exec team. Now this will be less practical with larger organizations with a bigger exec team, but we have 13 people, and I know the people I will email and the people that I will call. And people I call is to build, like if they have a heavier load, like reporting load on the project, I'm gonna call them, walk them through it, kind of get them comfortable, ask them, what's their capacity to do this, you know what I'm saying? Do you have the team? That I need relationship. I need to be able to connect.
Mm-hmm. I'm.
Do you get that from me? I'm big on, like, I want to talk to you. I want to connect.
I wouldn't do that. I would just send an email, and if you don't respond to me, I will make sure that I get a response.
That's
from you.
under your is that under direction? What do you, right? You're direct. You're very direct. What do you see the email? I mean, if you call someone, is that an inefficiency?
Yes.
You feel it's an inefficiency.
Yes. I would not call you. Please don't call me.
Inefficiency.
When I tell you these assistants call me, hey Helen, I want to schedule a meeting. Can I call you? I'm like, why can't you send me dates and we can align that way? You're wasting my time on a phone call. I don't want.
Did I put that you're not service oriented?
Yes.
Where did I?
We need to circle that real big. Because I'm like, what? Just send me the dates and I'll tell you whether it works or not.
I like service.
Oh my gosh, Renee, when I tell you that annoys, can I call you? I'm like,
please don't call me.
we're not in the 2000s and why are you calling me? Leave me alone. Just email me and tell me, okay, here are the dates and I will tell you this one works, this one doesn't, this one does.
There are certain admins from other organizations. I know that irritates the shit out of them. There's one from
Really?
that irritates the shit out of them. I call because the back and forth of the email would piss me off.
And that's the thing. That's why they call me. They're like, I don't like the back and forth, so I'm just picking up the phone and calling you. And I'm like, great.
It irritates the shit out of me. I don't think we should go around back and forth with 5 iterations of dates. If we could just talk about it and knock it out. The CEO of her organization, he travels to Guatemala and Haiti and another country a lot. So he's back and forth. He's out the country a lot. And my boss is just busy locally, right? Can we go over this together on the phone? Please don't make me, because I've done that before. I've done and I got 10 other people, but I got dates to fill here. I got 10 other people behind you, and I don't want to spend the time doing this, right? Mm-hmm. That's to me an inefficiency. Mm-hmm. The back and forth. You're like, I don't really want to talk to you.
Because I don't like the back and forth either. That's why I say send me the dates, and I will tell you what works.
Yeah, but suppose it don't work.
Then I offer you, here are some dates.
And then suppose that don't work. See, by the time we do the third one, but again, I've been at my job 8 years. The first 2 3 years, I did that with her. I don't want to do that no more. I did it. I tried it. it irritates me. Let's not do that. And she's probably the only one. It's only because I know her boss is hard to get. The other people that I know, you'll send one, don't work, I'll send another, and then it works, we're good. Those people I can send them emails.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's some people that you have to call, but I hate it. Because for me, for you, it feels like, that's Leyah.
You sure? Okay, because I don't want mine breaking up furniture we can't afford. Papa, you okay? Do you want any food? You want a snack? Okay. Okay. All right.
And the back and forth is about, it could be 10 emails, and that does not bother me at all. It's that phone. Because I'm like, you're interrupting me from what I'm doing. Because email, I'll just respond to you.
It's not an interruption to you.
For me, is no.
But it also goes back to tech, right? It's not, the constant emails would have pissed me off, but you don't see the email as an interruption because it's through that lens of tech. I don't
Probably,
mind,
you're right.
I
I don't even want a phone in my office. I put the volume all the way down. I'm like, if you really need me, don't call me. You either chat me, you can text me, or you can email me.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I need that.
You need the connection.
I need the connection. I think that's number 2 for me. What's your number 2 here? After your strategic.
I'm creative.
Because this also needs to be new. This is how you give birth to new.
To new.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because of blind faith, then suffer in silence. Don't call me when you're tired of that poor man's
Right.
prayers. I will still love and honor you, mommy, even if you reject me. But I will not let material.
The communication is also education and coaching for me. I don't mind doing it. I don't.
coaching,
The
yeah.
education and the coaching.
I don't like educating, but I like the creating of the content. That I don't mind. You see how you were like, I want this thing, or like this logo. I was like spitting it out. But I couldn't educate you on, let's have a course on the tree, the position of the tree. I couldn't, because I don't have the patience for it.
I am,
But I can create.
so
So you can teach, but I can create.
there is, what did I say in that thing? Let's go back to the Bible for a second. 1 Corinthians.
Do you think I'm too rigid? Because it came out that I'm very inflexible. In my EQ.
But where were you inflexible though? Was it in your don't likes?
It said that
Sorry. Go ahead.
it just said I was inflexible and I need to collaborate more because I don't like working with people.
Don't like working with people.
No, because I'm like,
Work with people, but if you can work with people through technology, you probably won't be inflexible. It's the people and you don't like.
damn, that's terrible. I don't do humans. That is Renee. That is terrible. I don't know where that comes from though. I mean, I don't know where the heck that comes from though.
Then maybe I will learn to get the
No.
myself too.
Yes, actually, with my kids, I do. The what? The what? It's really when we're talking, we're typically sharing an idea, a thought, a strategy session. It's typically that kind of conversation.
Don't say I didn't warn you. You'll remember my words when tears become your
I don't know.
Maybe it's the type of conversation you don't like.
It can be. Maybe it's the type of conversation. You're right. Because I like having conversations.
I've been meaning to ask you something serious. Has
I don't
everyone
know.
agreed to Pastor Renee being your husband? I saw how that young man looked who truly values you. He's not like those flashing and running after every girl. So, what did Mama say? Rose, I wish I had a different answer. Mama didn't just reject him, she created him. She asked if he was smart, if he built a house.
There's certain kinds of communication people just don't, you know what I mean? I don't like conversation,
I felt so
but I'm
Yeah.
You seem like you might not mind a conversation. You're like, listen, however you feel about it, that's your business.
I don't like confrontation, but I will have a nasty attitude during the confrontation. I won't be like, oh, maybe I just have an ass, because it happened to me with that the assistant that was looking for whatever, thought that I didn't like her. She made up a lie about me and said that I said something that I did not. Oh no, it wasn't that. It was it wasn't that situation. No, it was the example that I gave for
That assistant, yeah,
that was her.
Yeah,
It was her. And during the meeting, I was like, I was just, it was uncomfortable, but I was not nice. I was just like, she was like, well, you said you forwarded me an email, and I was just like, I need you to read the email to everyone. And she read the email, and I said, do you still not understand? And if you don't, then I can't help you. And I said it in front of everybody. My boss was there, but I said it very calmly.
And what did everyone do?
My boss was like,
no one reprimanded you. You know why you get away with everything you get away with? Like, I couldn't pull off some of the things you say. You know why? Because it would come across inauthentic. Like, it would come across like I'm trying to be nasty. You're not trying to be nasty. You're just being direct. You're like, I'm just saying what I say, right? There's a difference between delivery is very important to me. And how I say it.
That's where I struggle.
Right? You're like,
sometimes it doesn't land well.
The delivery doesn't matter, but did you get the content of the message? Right? It's like,
yeah.
I want to send this package the way I want you to hear it, and I don't care how you swallow it.
Right, because you just need to get the gist. I mean,
just figure it out.
I don't like the fluff. See, I know that you are more See, here's the difference, right?
Yeah.
If I have to send an email to you, naturally, I will say, did you get the paper? Do you have it? You would be like, good morning, sunshine. How was your weekend? I can't, and I have to do that. Because if not, I would be like, did you get the paper? Or was it sent? Did you get my message from yesterday? Not good morning, nothing. Because I'm just like,
I think that could work. That kind of communication could work with me if we've already did the niceties.
I have to fix.
Did we need niceties?
I have to fix the emails every time. I'm
really?
Like, did you send a and I'm like, oh, I forgot. Good morning. I hope you are well. Did you receive the paperwork that I sent you?
Then you know what communication really is? Like, people in IT don't talk much.
I know.
People in IT don't barely say shit.
You
might get there and you're like, yes, Renee, this is my heaven. I don't have to talk to none of these people. I'm giving them acronyms and they know what I mean. LMK, BRB. Like, I'm like, I don't have to say too much. You would be happy there.
Probably. Because
yeah.
And it's not that I dislike people. It's not that.
It's probably like you want to. So I remember Ron told me one time, he was like, because when he's a DJ, he's gotta be on, right? You gotta be reading the room. Right, you gotta be social. You talking to people, and you gotta play with this one to hear, that one to hear, and so you are connected to everyone, right? Mm-hmm. And so I kind of thought that he was an outgoing person. I thought that meant that you are outgoing and you're an extrovert. He is incredibly shy, and I never got that. He's incredible. He's shy. He's reserved. And the persona on the weekends from Friday to Sunday as a DJ does not translate to who he is really.
And that's me. People think that I'm very outgoing, and I'm just like, no, I'm good by myself.
He's good by himself. He likes quieter events. He doesn't want to be around a whole lot of people. And I never married the two. I meaning married the two, like I never connected it. And he was just like, yo, he can't take that when I'm home. He wants to unplug from that. I always think of myself as an introvert, quiet. And when someone described me the other day, my cousin was like, quiet, you're outgoing. Me? And I thought that he was talking about someone else. I saw myself in a meeting the other day, and this is because I've been doing all of this self-work. Mm-hmm. I saw myself, hold on one second, I think, oh shoot, I missed her call. I'm doing all the self-work, and I'm like, this hamburger said, she was like, we're in a great meeting. You have names for these people and they just stick. So Hamburger was like, she's like, Renee, great meeting. You always have great energy. And somebody else described me as bubbly.
You are.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yes.
I never.
Very positive. All the time. Even at Iodine, I'm like, honey,
What is wrong? Really was like
you working
always
a lot.
positive?
Very much.
Always.
Always
first
So
meant
maybe it means that he woke up late. And I'm like, no, he's an idiot. Maybe she has a lot on her mind. No, I can't stand Faye. I can't do it, Renee.
So I come across as positive.
Very positive. Very
Very,
positive.
you want to put that
You are
adjective,
very positive.
Very and bubbly.
And bubbly. In meetings, I'm not. I'm very. You could be like, this chick is nasty. Because I'm like this.
Colder.
Very cold and just
All
analyzing what
about
you're saying.
business.
And analyzing what you're saying.
So let me ask you a question. Hold on 1 second. I know she's just telling me that she's home. I'm home. Okay.
11:6 says, "In the morning sow your seed, for you do not know which will prosper." If only she knew how many men started small and rose by grace, and how many rich men crumbled overnight. She's building.
Are you hungry? Because I'm not cooking today.
No, I'm not.
taking a day
I
off.
just ate. You know, like you saw me just have that. Well, I just had the cookies. Hey, you're home. You're good. You took the train.
Bound by seeking a wife your way, but I remembered
There was no train.
19
You took a cab.
afflictions with the right teacher, but the Lord
Oh, okay. Are you okay?
I won't give up, but it's painful to be treated like trash because of poverty. This generation fears lack more than they fear sin. You're right, my brother. But please don't let this discourage you from doing
Okay,
things
I'm
God
glad you're home. Well, get some rest. I'm in Raleigh by my girlfriend. I'll call you when I'm on my way home.
to those who love God.
All right, love you. Take care. Bye bye.
Rejection may be God's redirection or test.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're very like in a meeting. I'm very, but I have a personality which is weird.
So wait. So let's go down this rabbit hole for a second. You don't like the what was it? Nora?
Mm-hmm.
Was Nora
The stupid one.
Okay.
The one that says stupid. Mhm.
Yeah, I don't do stupid, right? And you're like, me neither. And when she does this, maybe Nora didn't like interruptions. And you're like, oh no, bitch.
Oh, that's why I was like, do your
I
thing.
can match energy.
Yes, I was like, do your
Alright,
thing.
okay,
And then
this-
she would come to my desk.
Yeah, you come to me.
Yeah, she would come to
But
me.
but this is you. You normally want to pull power. You want to be powerful enough to pull things to you.
Oh, I do?
Yeah. You don't like going to people to ask questions.
I have a problem with. That's funny that you say that because if you have a question, that means I didn't do my job. For me, that's what I tell myself. Okay, I answer. I make sure that I'm like anticipating your question.
So right there with that, see my communication. I also don't like that.
What?
I don't like if you have a question after I've done. Clearly, I didn't do my job.
Yeah,
There's
I
some
feel
times where I have done everything
Yeah.
to lay it out, and I want to set it and leave it. Like I want to be done with this. I've given you everything you need, and now I'm moving on to the next thing because I have a number of things behind
Right.
me. Please don't hold me that.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, I'm sorry. You have a question on this A to Z guide that I get answered every. Are you serious?
Are you serious? Mm-hmm.
This is where we can agree.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because I did all the work for you. Why are you still have questions?
Why are you in my face? It could really be that. But I do shift from that and I try to redirect. So your question is, so, okay, can I direct you to? I answered that. So let me tell you where. And then I said, right here, do you see it right here? Do you have questions on this? Because maybe I wasn't clear. And then sometimes I could take it as a feedback and I could reword it. But if it was just you not paying attention, because a lot of times people say, oh, it was there, I didn't see it. Because
Right.
they didn't take the time to read.
Right.
Or they were, you know what I'm saying? That right there?
Yep.
Because
I
if
know
you
it.
just, right, you want me to do the work for you. And that's an irritant for me.
Yes. Yes. Why can't you do the work?
Why can't you do the work?
Yeah. Why aren't you doing your work?
So I dislike
I hope
people that are obtuse. So
Oh.
I just
Not
like people
obtuse.
that like don't get it.
I must say,
You don't like people that don't get it.
I no, it's or don't do the work. I really think it's just don't do the work. I don't like lazy people.
And that's what it is. Yeah.
It's I don't like lazy.
Because you're not lazy.
I'm not lazy. I don't like lazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they want and where someone wants me to do the brunt of the work. I don't really like that either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a diminutive beast of burden. Burdens on me. I don't like burdens on me.
Impress me.
So let me tell you about this past week. So I got a dog.
You're lying right now.
I have over 300
You did. Where's the dog? You left it by itself.
I'm gonna give you the whole story.
They convinced you to get a dog.
You said they convinced me.
Oh,
This little guy.
oh,
He
how
was
cute.
cute. They call Epico. In Spanish for epic. Epico.
Jesus,
Mm,
are you serious?
not really a pickle.
Epico means
I
epic.
don't think it's not a word.
I don't need to hear
Really?
anything more.
I don't know. I don't remember using.
Of son-in-law.
I know it's we say mortal or like
You understand? Money
magnifico,
Magnifico,
excelente.
excelente, not epico.
No,
No? Okay. Well, I think I heard it in a song.
really?
That Bad Bunny giving us broken slang.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, being very Puerto Rican about it. He's like, it's them to do.
Probably Puerto Rican.
Epico.
It could be a word. I just never used it.
I think it's just slang.
Mhm.
That he just used. Anyway, epico. He was sweet.
You're gonna marry a Puerto Rican? Tell me now.
Tell you now? I'll break it to you, Jungle. He was sweet. I had went there.
Where?
My aunt down south had 2 litters. Her gay homeboy lives with her, and he has a dog, and his dog had a litter, and her dog Sugar, she had a litter. So I think that his dog and her dog had gotten together and did the thing, and so both. Well, no. They both was outside like Cardi B and came back home pregnant, and so both of them had, so there's 8 little puppies in the house, and they said you gotta wait, come back in a few weeks, you get a dog. And I was like, oh, I think I want a dog. I wanted a terrier, a little brown and white cute little dog, but he was cute. So when I get there, I was like,
What
okay,
kind of dog is this?
This was a Chiweenie.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a Chihuahua and Dachshund
Oh,
mix.
Chihuahuas bark too much.
He doesn't say a thing. He was emotionally my dog. I'll tell you.
Oh.
So I get there and they were like, "Oh, we have a dog over here for you." Sugar is a Dachshund, and I was like, and they were like, "Oh, this is a dog." I was like, "That's not my dog."
Oh.
And I didn't even look. I didn't go to it. I did. That's not my dog. And I saw him. I said, "Oh my god!" I fell in love. I fell in love with that dog, and I was like, I never had a dog. I've never had like a pet like that. And I said, can you tell me how to hold it? Kirk told me how to hold it, how to pick it up. And I wrapped him in Rowan's little old jacket, and I took him home with me.
You're
And I
in
got
love with the
this-
coco.
I fell in love with this dog. I brought him to PetSmart. He had toys.
Of course he
had
did.
Everyone said, of course you were going to spoil the dog. Like,
Exactly.
Everyone knew it. It's like, I said, you think I'm going to? That dog had a pet bed. He had 2
And a
toys.
schedule.
He had treats. He had the little designer food, right?
Not designer.
He had this shit is $3 a cup. He wouldn't eat the other crap I bought him. I had a. Can you
Is
see
that
it?
his face? His head?
Yep, Rowan was touching his little head. He was a tiny one.
okay,
He was
okay,
the
okay.
runt of the litter, right?
You like underdogs.
I do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there some place to put that?
Because you can encourage the underdog to be.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay. Wait.
You
Let me write that.
Remember, you like projects. Unfinished projects, work in progresses. So you get them up to speed.
Challenges. Wait. Let me just put this on the challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Underdog projects. WIP.
And the underdogs annoy me.
You want them ready to
I'm
go
like-
because they got to take
You
direction.
gotta take direction, but you like to build them up. You're a construction worker, Bob the Builder.
Mad at you right now.
You would do good in construction.
I love construction. I do all my DIY projects. I have tools.
Why don't you do
I have
construction projects? You know how much money these people make?
I wouldn't mind doing it on the side. That's why I like that guy Ralph. Like everything the other day, the last thing I did was fix the blades on my ceiling fan. I took out the blades. I put them back in. I have a whole ladder.
Martha.
I have my tool set. I have a
I
tool
told you,
set.
Bobby
and
the
drill.
Builder, Barbara,
I would be good in what?
construction worker.
Building.
Mm-hmm.
Building things.
Mm-hmm. Organization, timelines, deadlines. gives you purpose.
That's also the gift and the curse right there. I want to put that under challenges.
Why are you so
Projects give purpose. When they do that,
I could hear your voice.
the challenge for that is that I may insert myself where things that I don't need. I need to be able to let people,
Delegate? Do you have a hard time delegating?
yes, and I need to be able to let people know their own strength and where I should interject and where maybe I should let them go a little longer before I interject, right? Because if you interject too early, then they don't know their own strength. They didn't know that they could have did steps 1, 2, and 3, and I was supposed to come in on step 4. If I'm all there like, I'll do it for you, I'll help you, I'm helping them at step 1. No, they could have did that for themselves, right? Or I'm coming in, I'm helping them at step 2 because I want to be in my job, I want to be in my purpose, and I'm helping them too early. They don't have any strength. I'm not letting them understand their purpose, right? And I'm crippling them or enabling them, and I have to be very careful of that. Thank you for that, and thank me for kind of seeing that and seeing that. But anyway, so go back to the dog, and I'm loving the dog. In the middle of the day, and he shits all over my carpet, and I have a little rug for my office area, just like that. He came and just, I was like, and I didn't flip out. I got cream colored shit in my house. Everything's like colored, and I was like, epic. And I just cleaned it. He pisses on my floor.
Good.
Epic. And I didn't flip out because I understand he's a baby, right? But then I thought about my migraines. I get bad migraines, it's debilitating, where I don't want to get out. But I can't. Where I not don't want to get out. I can't get out of bed. And Rowan has to fend for himself. He got to feed for himself. And it just when Rowan got home, he was like, "Mom, who's gonna feed the dog when you're not well? Like how am I supposed to maintain? I mean, he's autistic, and I don't mean that as a handicap, but he may not always have the presence of mind that I gotta take care of the dog. You know what I'm saying? I would have to get up to bed and remind him and da da da. And when I tell people this story, there's 2 reactions. They're like, Renee, I gave back the dog.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
And I cried.
Why?
I cried. That dog, and I gave him back with the pet carrier. I bought a pet carrier. I bought wee pads.
Renee, why didn't you call me? I'm the queen of workarounds. You know that. We could have figured it out.
I cried.
Can you get it back?
Let me tell you the rest of the story. So when by the time about 5 o'clock, I got the dog at 8 o'clock, and I came back at 5. And I had talked to Tandra, that's my auntie, and she was like, "Girl," I was like, "Well, when I go to New York, who's gonna take care of it? Because my mother will not. My mother already.
You can travel with the dog.
No, but sometimes I'll be in New York for a week, and I don't have anywhere to take him with me. But I would have had to find a place, where they do that doggy daycare and you keep him for the week. So, but Tandra had said, she said, bring him here when you go. Okay. But then I was kind of like, something. I was like, I don't want to put this on Rowan. But you know what? Kids learn responsibility. He could have adapted.
Yes. Yes.
Let me tell you what it comes down to. It comes down to, what did we just say? Burdens on me. I don't want to be the only one taking care of the dog. Rowan didn't really want the dog. He didn't mind it.
Yeah.
Right? I want a man in the house. I want to be able to roll over to my man and say, baby, you got this today. I didn't have that, and so the burden was on me. Right? Had I not been married, I don't know if I would have gone. I don't like burdens on me. If I wasn't married when I got pregnant, I don't know if I would have had one. I'm not sure. I'm not saying I was older and I really wanted a kid, so it's a little different. But the first 2 times I got pregnant, when I was with Kerwin, that asshole, at 23 and 25, I wasn't married. He wasn't a good candidate. I couldn't even believe I got pregnant. And the dream I had before I got pregnant, the doctor came in the dream, touched my stomach and said, "Do you want a kid before your degree or after?" And I said, "I don't know. Let's find out." And she just touched my stomach. Within weeks, I found out I was pregnant, and I was happy because I didn't know that I could get pregnant. I was like 23, and I've been, out there, and it never happened. And it was just kind of like, damn, I'm happy I'm pregnant, but I don't want a kid with this dude, so I had an abortion. The first abortion was kind of like, I was sick, I was sad, I was upset, I was withdrawn, right? We had the next abortion 2 years later. It was like, uh-oh. Girl, I said, you're not it, and I'm already on my mentally way out.
Yeah.
That morning, I got up at 6 o'clock. I said, we doing this? I was elated.
Mm-hmm.
I was focused. He was like, well, maybe we should think about it. He's all at the side of the bed with, maybe we should think about it. You sure you don't want to have it? Nope. Let's go. On the first time we were doing it, I was throwing up in a bag. I couldn't eat. I was distraught. On the way back home on the second
You
one,
had a
my mind was
McDonald's.
like,
You
can
had McDonald's.
I get some McDonald's? I'm good. We going out later. Let's go to the movies. It was totally different because my mind was made up, right? Let me fast forward to this. Before I got the dog that morning, I had a dream. Doctor comes in, GYN appointment.
Wait, this was now? You had this dream?
Right before I got the dog.
Oh.
Similar dream. I didn't know who to tell. I just ate it. I was just conflicted. That morning, GYN appointment in the dream. And she looks in, she was like, oh, somebody's been here recently. She blows something in my direction and nothing happens. I was like, well, so am I pregnant? She walks out the room and I never find out. And I was like, oh, it's similar in the fact of, remember when I said the first time I had it, she was just like, they asked you the question, do you want it now or later? And I said, let's find out. This one was just, you don't even know. You just gotta find out. So I'm looking around the GYN room. Is it a baby? Am I pregnant? What am I having? Do I bring it home? Should I expect something? And I wake up in a panic, not knowing the outcome. When I was going to get the dog, I didn't want the dog. I was going there to give her the money to say thank you for holding the dog for me. I didn't know I was gonna fall in love with the dog. I did not know. It was a surprise to me to go home with the dog because I went there with the inclination that I wasn't bringing it home, right? I bring home the dog, I got attached to it.
Why do you think you got attached to the dog?
Then I don't want it, no matter how shiny it looks. Please, Father.
That's a
Because
great question.
you're addressing the symptom, but what's the root? What is the root of the attachment to the dog? You want more kids?
I did want more kids. I want
what?
I want a fuller household. I want a fuller household.
Feel lonely.
Lonely. Yep.
And
That's
the dog is a companion.
Yep. But I don't want to circumvent that it takes work. I don't want to pretend that it takes work to train that dog.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take a lot of work and talking, and I'm like, damn, I'm on projects right now, and sometimes I gotta pick up and go, and I like to travel, and I thought the more selfish route, and I think that's in part why I cried. I don't want to be selfish. I have a beautiful home. It has 4 bedrooms, and it has a large dining room and kitchen, and there's a space to entertain. Why don't I have more people? You know what I'm saying? I don't ever want to be that woman that had things and not people. I love people and I want them around. So I want my life to be more of a reflection of the thing I want. It looks nice. I don't want to be an empty shell. I don't want to be like, as you see me, oh, Renee's pretty, but I don't have anybody.
Right.
There's no one next to me.
Yeah.
And I think all of that is symbolic. And I just did not want to have this dog without a man. Like I want the family.
But that's what the problem is.
Go ahead.
Because I felt the same way. I held back on a lot of things in my life because I said, oh, I can't do this without a man because I want to be married. And you can't
do that.
Can't do that.
Because and I was thinking this to a girl that I met down south. She had an abortion and now she's getting older and about to be on menopause. But it's like, had she just had the kid, the man probably would have come later to have your kid, but she didn't want to struggle. And I get that. When she felt like she didn't want to struggle, she didn't want to do it. But I was like, that guy probably would have been around. He probably would have helped you do it. And now you're looking at years that have passed, and now you're probably not able to have that kid. So you're running out of this family-like option. Sometimes you pick up family along the way, right? Thank God for God that I was married, no longer have the husband, but I got the kid. Because had we not been married, maybe I wouldn't have had him. I'm not sure. I probably should have tried to hold out and kept it. I probably should have. I just don't want to struggle. I don't like burdens on me. I don't want to struggle, and I'm not acquainted. And in addition to, Renee is a researcher. I didn't research a vet. I didn't research the place to the doggy daycare. I didn't research anything. So by the time I picked him up, it was, I don't want to say impulsive, but it's kind of like
not out of character for you.
It's out of character for me, and so I don't know myself. It's like, Renee, well, I'm a planner, so it's like I run iterations in my mind. What happens if this? What happens if that? What happens, right? And if I can't calculate those things, I'm probably not ready for this road. You get what I'm saying? So when I gave him back, I had already started to love something. I didn't know where this was gonna lead, right? I didn't see it.
And is that a bad thing?
Okay, let's go down that road.
Jacob, is Uriah picking you up?
Oh, I don't know.
Do I need to drop you off?
Maybe I'm not even. I took a nap. I wasn't. I forgot.
Okay.
I don't know.
What time is it?
2:57.
Oh, 3:15.
He has to go at 3:15. You gotta go.
Yeah, we could drop him off.
Okay. Go ahead. You asked me a question. I like where it was going. Go ahead.
Is it
Is it a bad thing? Is it a bad
is it a
thing?
bad thing? Because we are planners.
Yeah.
We have the element of control. I think we talked about this. Control has some positivity, right? Because it
And some
makes us
negative.
more systematic, more structured. However,
If we
can
can't-
God operate in that kind of environment?
And if you can't pivot and you're rigid, then you can't bring like new and surprises into your life, and you're like you miss a blessing that could have been
God
a
is
surprise.
a God of a lot of surprises. So
Go ahead.
was this
A bad thing.
A bad thing because you automatically categorized it under the bad because it was out of character for you. You don't know if God is trying to change you so that those blessings, because so that you can be more flexible on it out. Because maybe that husband is not that picture that you have in your mind. But if you continue this path of inflexibility, what else are you going to close off?
Okay. Go down that rabbit hole because I like where you're going because I did that in my mind, right?
Mhm.
The next day I go get my hair done. That was a Tuesday. This happened on a Monday. I got on a Tuesday, and I told her about it, and she was like, and she, real simple girl. She ain't got all our training. She do hair.
Mhm.
She said, "Oh, girl, that wasn't nothing but fear," and she spoke right to the
your
heart of it.
Mhm.
She cut through all the bullshit. She said that wasn't nothing but fear.
Mm. Mhm.
And I came face to face, confronted myself.
Mhm.
You're right. I didn't say much about it after that. And I think that later on that day, Ralph had texted me. That's before I blocked him. He had texted me. He was like, "Did you get the dog?" And I said, "Yeah, I had the dog," and I gave him back. And he called me later on that day. He said, "Why you gave the dog back? Because it was shitting all over your floor?" I said, "It did that, but no, that's not why."
I would have returned it because of that.
And I said, "No, it did that, but that wasn't that." He said, "Then why?" And I said, "Oh, well, I was thinking about, I have migraines," and I've given him the whole spiel. And he said, "You know that you bring in." This is the essence. It's not verbatim. He's basically saying, you know that when you bring in a new element into your life like this, it can change the dynamic.
It's supposed to.
Right, it's going to change the dynamic. He said it changes the dynamic of the house. He said you might not be prone to migraines anymore. Right? Pause on that. Also, when I spoke to the hairdresser earlier, I said, well, I hope God can give me a new opportunity. She said, God will give you a new opportunity. It'll come. There'll be a new opportunity. There'll be another opportunity in the future, and you pray that God helps you to be ready. Pause. Go back to the conversation with Ralph later on that day. He was like, he said there'll be some opportunities in the future, but he said you wasn't, you should just think about it like that. And I think he was right, and I think she was right. It was fear, and yes, I do believe that God's was trying to change the dynamic in the house. And you're also right, that wasn't a bad thing to pivot, because this is all of the new that's happening for Renee, right? Look at all the new that's happened so far. The thing about Renee is that I am slow to act because I do all my research. I want to know all the iterations. I want to research all the things that can get wrong, so I can say, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that. Like I'll have that. That's how I create my safe space. That's how I create my safe environment. You feel me?
And you know that I'm the same way.
Yeah, you are.
But I'm the queen
Trying
of
to.
workarounds. I always work around things. I always figure out a way. Because I know this about myself, I understood that God couldn't operate in full efficiency if I'm that strict and need to know
inflexible.
every information. Why does God need to tell me everything? Now, what I did do now is, if I need to make a major decision or a decision that I know will have some kind of impact, I bring it to God and I say, if this is, I would have been like this. Father, I really like this dog, but you know I'm scared. Father, if this is your will for me to have this dog and you know you got me covered, then make him bark 3 times. And then I'll know that you're behind me, and then I will feel fully comfortable no matter what, because I know that you back me. That's the
you look for his confirmation.
That's the safe space that I've created for myself, because I know that about me. And I know that, but I've allowed God to come in, because he says, lean not
on your
own understanding, but in everything that you do, acknowledge me. And what would he do? He would direct your path. So if you brought it up to him,
I should have.
You would have felt more comfortable.
Because when that dog got to my house, there was a dog across the way barking. He just looked out the window and didn't say a word. That
to
was
you?
My dog. He didn't say a word, period. He just looked up at me.
Oh, your dog.
The dog, yeah. The dog across the way, somebody else's dog was barking. Usually dog bark and the other one, my dog ain't said nothing. He just looked at me and went right back to his doggy bed, which was right in front of my
That's your dog.
That was my dog. Because when I'm in meetings, I need you to hush. You understand? And I need you to not act up. When I try to bring him outside, just like you have to bring him outside, he was just like, why are you bringing me out here? I was in my whole bag because I'm trying to either get him to pee or trying to hey, get to know your space. He almost he looked like he shrugged, okay, I'm out here. And you know what he did? He turned right back around and went inside the house. He was like a house dog. He was not trying to be outside doing all of that. And went right back to his doggy bag and chilled.
So then ask God, Father, if I messed up the first time and I did not come to you, but I'm coming to you now in full humility. If this dog is for you and you know that you will back me up and take care of me because you know I'm afraid of burdens, then I need a sign. Whatever that is.
Unsupported. I don't like being unsupported. And let me tell you how we getting into this.
Mm-hmm.
So I talked to Nilsa at the job and I told her like a day later and I cried with her. It was the first time I actually let it out because I was holding it in.
Oh, Nilsa.
Nilsa was the CMO's assistant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why does that name sound familiar?
Yeah, she's still there. And I was holding something in and I'm like, yo, this hurt me. I could still see the dog. The dog was traveling right in the front seat with, right across here. And I'm just like, and I'm feeling it. And I cried to her. She said, Renee, you're too hard on yourself. She said, it's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why do you have such guilt?
Okay, we're going to go right there. We're going to go right there. So when I'm bringing the dog back, when I started packing up all his stuff.
From your house?
From my house. And I'm bringing him back. He was looking at me like, where are you going? Like, almost like he understood. Like,
he did.
I think he did. A tear came out of his eye. I didn't know dogs.
Dogs cry.
Dogs cry.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a tear. He had a tear when we left, and I wiped it, and he was shaking the entire time. And I talked to him like a kid. So it's okay. I'm taking you to your new house, and you're gonna get to meet Rowan. And he looked up at me. The dog has so much understanding. And I kept petting him, and he stopped shaking, and he was able to relax, and he fell asleep. I think that's a lot of trust. Like, okay, I'm gonna be good here, right? And so when I pull him out of his little doggy bed and he sees me walking around and he sees me bring out Rowan's thing again, the same thing 3 times.
That you brought him in.
That I brought him in, and he's just looking at me like he ran away from me 3 times.
Oh, because he don't. I mean, dogs are very intuitive. Oh, very much. They're spiritually.
He runs towards my dining room. I go back and try to get it. He runs through to the living room. I run back and get it. Running around the kitchen. I was like, yo, I think this dog knows I'm trying to take him back.
He knows.
I wrapped him up and he just was like, and he cried on the way. He cried in the car. He cried on the way there. I wiped his head 3 times. I bring him back. Who does he end up with? He ends up, my cousin, so remember I said it was a whole litter. My cousin and his wife, and I probably didn't give you the saga of this. I can't stand that ass. She's nasty. She got a puppy 3 days before I did. The puppy's dead. That puppy survived dog birth, was in the house, in the time, and they gave it to her on the Saturday before I got that dog on my Monday.
How'd that dog die?
How the dog died. The dog died, and apparently, what Tondra told me, my aunt told me, she said, oh, she tried to deworm him. You ready for the chicken stuff? Yeah. So, the dog died. She tried to deworm an infant. There's nothing to deworm because he didn't get wormed. You understand me?
What?
Mama, you got a microwave?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
What in the Renee?
She tries to deworm the damn dog, and the dog ends up dead. And so she told her basically, you have to get a whole
A new one?
Yep, she wants a new one. She said against her better judgment, guess whose dog she got?
Of course she did.
You ready for your chocolate milk too? You wanna eat it here, sir?
Yeah.
You're not gonna drink nothing with it? Do you want water?
No, I'm gonna just here.
No, you can't eat with people. You have to eat here or at this table. Huh? You're not on the phone with your friends? They're not on today? Are you talking to them?
I want to talk to your friend.
They're not on the phone?
No. Put them on the phone when you call them?
Really?
I was just testing you to see if you would agree with me. So wait, so you can't get this dog back?
The dog is with my cousin.
I don't know why something. I don't know why something came out of my head when you mentioned that. It's like, have you ever felt like that dog?
Given back.
Have you ever felt like
Rejected.
like that dog?
Did I ask myself that? I said, does this feel familiar?
Yeah. Does it feel familiar?
No. The part that I didn't like that showed me about myself is that Renee doesn't take up responsibilities that she can't handle. And I should not have went and took this thing up and get attached to it and have to give it back. Just like I should give it back. I knew, right? You don't take up something that you gotta give back and hurt yourself, right? I can give it back. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because I got prepared. You know what I'm saying? If I'm prepared, I'm doing it. It showed a lack of something on me, a lack of character on me. And I took it personally on me, and I hurt, and I probably provided this dog with trauma. He's like, yo, I was good. What did I do? Right? Why didn't you want me? Probably in part because I deal with a lot of rejection. What did I do? Why was I not good enough for you to keep me? Right? Yeah, that part. Right? So, Papa. Yeah. Right?
Where's this
What was
store?
that? This was from last night. We went to what's the name of the place? Chili's.
Oh, okay. I was
Chili's.
like, is this a restaurant in South Carolina?
Chili's.
Wow.
Right? So, if this needs to be one,
Interesting.
So, they get this dog. They have the dog now. The dog, sorry, so fast forward. So I get to my mother's house Wednesday. So my cousin, I happen to drive to Columbia, and coincidentally, because God has been working in coincidence, I get there, 4 minutes later, my cousin pulls up, and we get into my mother's house at the same time. And that's when he tells me. He was like, yo, man, me and my wife, we got that dog, and I ain't been treating it good.
Oh, Lord. Why didn't you say just keep?
Nope, I let him. I wanted him to get it out. He didn't know
That
that it was my dog. He didn't know that I know that dog died. The other dog they had died. Because that morning when I was on my way to Columbia, I called Tommy. I was like, yo, tell me how that dog, because it was on my heart. I said, tell me how that dog is doing. She was like, oh girl, she said, against my better judgment, I gave that dog to your cousin and his wife. I said, no, say you didn't. She said, yep. And that's when she told me that the other dog had died. And she said she tried to deworm it. She said, but they tried to lie, right? So fast forward, so she didn't, I didn't tell him that I knew. So God just had it. Coincidentally, I said, I'm gonna find out about this dog. And that's when I got there. He was like, yo, she got a dog. And I ain't treating it good. He's like, yo, I ain't trying to bathe it or bathe. And he's like, I ain't trying to. I said, well, so you're not feeding it? He's like, yo, man, I ain't messing with that dog. And I wanted to hear, actually, my heart was breaking inside of me. This is why that dog was like, it's almost like he knew his fate. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, look at this good house that I'm in, and that, you know what I'm saying? And look at where I'm about to get up. It's almost like I sent him to slaughter. You know what I'm saying? I just intend to, like,
But you can't just,
what I would ask her, yo, let me get that dog. Pretty much.
I would agree. Like, you don't really need this dog. I want one. Just give me the dog.
I don't think she'd give it up. And so I started so we going through this, and I was like, I know that dog. He was like, yo, sis, I don't know what you're talking about. I said, that's my dog that you have. He said, I don't know what you're talking about. I told him right there, because I couldn't hear him. I said, I know that dog you're talking about. That's my dog. He said, what you mean that's your dog? I said, your dog is dead. You have no dog. I said, but you ain't saying that. He was like, what you talking about? I took care of this dog yesterday. My dog ain't dead. I said, you lied. That dog, as Tandra just told me this morning, that dog is dead, that you have mine, and they gave your wife my dog. Now, at this point, he starts to get defensive. I don't know if he's mad because I know, because somebody told me directly, or maybe his wife never told him that dog died and she swapped it out, right? So he starts to get agitated. And now I start to get, and my mother jumps in. Now me and my mother have a conflicted, if my mother takes his side. She was like, well, Renee, you don't know if that's really your dog. You don't know. I said, how I don't know? She just told me that she gave them the dog. And it erupts into a fight. My mother's arguing with me, trying to yell at me, taking his side. He's yelling at me, yo, you behaving like my wife. And usually sometimes when people act out like that, it's to deflect. He's going through something, you acting like my wife. I said, yo, I'm going, because I don't want to be engaging in no negativity. I'm just going to guard my peace. I'm going home to my house. I'm leaving. He's like, yo, I'm backing out the driveway. He said, I'm blocking you. I thought he meant like blocking me on the phone, but he was actually blocking me. He was blocking my car. I drive home. He calls. He says, sis, I want you, wait, fast forward rewind before I go through that. My mother says, you got a dog? Who's supposed to take care of that when you go to New York? Right
It was
there.
like, oh, you think of me?
Right, and right there, unsupported. It was another thing that hit me inside, because let's just say I can't always rely on Tandra to take care of the dog when I go. I can't rely on my mother either. It's always right, you know what I'm saying, a challenge.
Yeah.
Right? I gotta hear about it when you got other responsibilities for me. I don't want to be a burden to anyone, and whatever I have, I gotta be able to handle it. You understand?
Right.
So that was Thursday. Let's rewind to, so Monday I get the dog, return the dog. Tuesday I get my hair done, and then the woman was like, it's fear. Right? And then I spoke to
You want to watch TV, baby?
No. Okay, come on. Sweetheart, what are you doing? Try to eat and stay over here until you finish eating, okay? Tuesday I hear about, from the hairdresser that it's fear, and from Ralph it's like, yo, it could have changed the dynamic, whatever. The Wednesday, I spoke to Ralph, and I told him, and this is coming back to what you were saying. On Wednesday I said, yo, why do we never work out? And I asked him, I said, yo, I was presenting myself as my best self. I said, did you think we argued too much? He said, no. I said, well, this is not good. He was like, no, it was perfect. He was like, was I not pretty enough? He said, and I'm running down these lists of things. I said, all of these are true, sister, but you're not. He's like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't know I said, were you back with your baby mama? He would not say anything. I said, you're calling me again like you want to be cool. I said, I'm willing to be friends with you, but we have to kill this thing first. I need to know what that was. Let me close this door if you want to be cool. I said, there's no friend that I have right now that can't be honest with me. Any friend in my group, it's a requirement. I don't know what you're saying. Oh, what is it?
Honesty.
Oh, honesty.
Integrity.
Yes.
Character.
Where do I put that? Is it honesty? What's that? Honesty. Integrity. Right? I said you can't, and he would not answer me, and I cried. It was a culmination. Remember, I cried giving back the dog. I cried upon learning the fear. It's fear, and I cried on Wednesday, reconfirming the rejection, like you said.
And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. This rejection is a spirit.
Okay.
You need to look into that. And the spirit of
Hold on. Rejection.
Yeah.
What are you writing, Mom? Huh? What are you writing, Mom? Rejection as a spirit. SP. What? I don't know. But you know how sometimes you write a word
Yep.
and you're like, did I do that right? Spirit. Yeah.
Um,
Look up scripture. Need scripture. You need a bathroom? Oh.
Oh, it's right here. Yeah. The spirit of it's a rejection. It's a spirit,
Oh, I eat the fries too. Yes, yours. Pop. Everything is yours.
and it is rooted in a generational curse. Because the spirit of rejection, you will probably see that kind of pattern in your family if you really dig deep and you really start to analyze. It's a pattern that you will probably see.
The fries are salty. Okay, then don't eat the fries. You can have the mac and cheese. You want me to warm it up? Is it good?
I'm gonna try the next mac and cheese.
Then maybe is that salty? You want to try another one? Try another one. You need a napkin.
Nurture.
Nurture. No, really? Am I?
Is
Okay.
this fish or
Papa's chicken. And I don't even believe that one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Go for it.
Here, nurture. Just look at the pattern in your family. The spirit of rejection and offense is a spirit.
Offense.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that you lash out, but you take things very personal because of the rejection creates a spirit of offense within you, where you're just like you take offense or you take things very personal as a result of the rejection. And it's typically a generational curse. So that spirit of rejection probably is lingering around your family, and it's you will see it in being manifested in very different ways. Maybe it could be like, typically the women get married but then they get a divorce, or maybe there's a lot of cheating, maybe the women typically get cheated on, or they get abandoned, or a lot of people struggle with confidence, and they can be very submissive and quiet, but with the underlying evil or just nasty and bitterness that comes wrapped around this, right? So if you study your family pattern, you will see that it's actually a generational curse. And the reason why he couldn't respond to you is because it's a spirit. He doesn't know why.
He doesn't know why.
He will never be able to answer you. No guy will. Because it's a spirit that you have in you, that you have to fast and break that generational curse, so that when you get in a relationship, they won't leave you. They leave you because the spirit
Is attached to you?
It's attached to you.
Wait. Last night I had a dream. It was almost like coming over here and I'm flying high. And I'm flying and two white men are following me and somebody else. And these family members. And it was almost like you're there, but I can't quite swear it was you. You know how you can see a person but feel something different? Mm-hmm. They look like something, but their feeling is different. So the person doesn't look like you, but it feels like you.
So it's a masquerading spirit.
Oh, okay. Right? So we get in this room.
After you flying, you descend?
I'm flying. Yeah, I'm hovering, because I'm hovering, I'm flying. Oh. And then I come down, and then there's kids there. And there's mine, I let him pass. There's a few others, I let them pass. And there was one little girl that she just didn't feel like, this one felt like it wasn't a little girl. And she started talking and I squeezed her lips together. I said, don't say a word. And she tried to like talk, almost, I don't want to say demonic, but it was probably
demonic.
Right, and then I said, don't say a word. And I started to squeeze her mouth together and she didn't respond like a child.
She was a spirit, a demonic spirit. Interesting.
I must be wrestling something.
Yes, you are.
I must be wrestling something with all this self-discovery, with everything that I'm trying to push and find out more about me. And it's excavating a lot, and as things pop up, I'm trying to deal with it. So what you're saying, like battling with the spirit of rejection, or battling whatever that truth that has to come out, is I need something to be silent while I work. on it or something is, but that one was giving me a fight. So when you say it's a spirit or something
spirit.
hovering,
It's a
very
spirit,
well could be.
but it's in your bloodline. It's not only you that's suffering from this, it's a bloodline related because if someone in your family at some point dabbled with witchcraft and idolatry, and that spirit of rejection then had legal rights over your bloodline to ensure it could have been somebody went to a voodoo person because they wanted to get this dude, and they were just like, they sacrificed the entire lineage of women, ensuring divorce, ensuring rejection, ensuring unhappy marriages. And that's how rejection, right?
How can I be a covenant? How can I break the curse? Like,
You have to go through a very serious fast.
okay,
And I don't mean 3 days,
probably 30,
40.
oh, okay.
And when I say fasting, it's like drinking water, liquid fast, not
Liquid.
the Daniel fast. No. It has to be very serious sacrifice. And the food that you typically, a proper way to do fasting is the food that you typically eat. You ask God, Father, during this fast, I need you to put the people that you want me to help and feed. So the food that you're supposed to eat, you give it to somebody that's in need, or you pay somebody's rent, or just Father, put the people that need help in my path.
40 days, 40 days.
Yeah. It doesn't mean that you give every day to someone. You have
Fine,
to.
but find a way to give.
No, you.
Or find a way to sacrifice
No, you ask God, put the people that you want me to bless. So, Father,
in my path.
if today
Bless
there's
us.
you pass by a homeless person, you say, Father, if this is the person that you want me to give food to, then let him wave at me, so that I can get confirmation that this is where you want me to plant my seed.
To bless others, sacrifice, self-sacrifice, sacrifice.
So
So,
you will have very serious dreams during this time.
really?
Very intense dreams where you may have, when you start breaking these covenants, you will have sexual dreams. You will have dreams flying. You will have dreams where you will see snakes. You will see rats. You will see locusts. Like you will see dead people. And that will show you that there are evil altars that are in your bloodline that you gotta break.
It's not
Because
even- it's not even
you're
that bad,
probably
it's just like-
the breacher of the covenants that were placed in your family, because I can tell that there's some kind of generational curses happening in your family.
Okay.
And then you have to break that, because if you don't break that, then it goes to him.
Do you want me to?
Are you ready to go?
No, I'm just asking.
I'll take you. It'll go to him. Automatically.
If I don't.
It'll and it will follow him and his kid, and it'll just continue going up, but it'll get worse.
Now I gotta fight it.
It'll get
There's
worse.
too much at stake.
It's your bloodline. And you don't want your generation, your blood to continue. I did it too. Because I saw that there. I was like, why do I keep dreaming about dead people? Why? This is not normal. They're dead. They don't have access to this world. And I started researching. And when I tell you my dreams, girl, I saw snakes attacking me. Like biting me. Like they would come up and like wanting to bite me. I mean, Renee, when I was just like, what the heck is going on? Like, why are you having all these dreams? It's because I was breaking those covenants, and they were mad.
How do
They
you know
want-
when it's broken though?
Because they're coming to attack you.
No, I'm saying, but how do you know when you successfully?
Your dreams will
broken?
tell you. Because your dreams are supposed to be
A reflection.
a reflection of what's happened to you spiritually.
Spiritually, yeah.
So I was like, there's something. Why do I keep dreaming about that people? Why do I keep dreaming myself backwards in where I used to live? I don't live in New York anymore. I need to see myself in the present. If I see myself
Or
in the
future.
past,
Yeah.
then that means that there's some spiritual covenants that I've got to break.
Okay. Okay.
And if you're serious, then you need to do a 40-day fast, but you got to ask God to guide
Prepare
you
me for that.
and to prepare you, because
It's intense.
it's very intense. If you have unforgiveness in your heart, if there's somebody that wronged you, that you know you if the mention of their name, it's like something in you got to take care of that before you jump, because the fast won't work. Then it won't work.
I have to, yeah, if you have aught against any first be reconciled to your brother
gotta
before you leave it.
He won't. It won't work.
Bless him.
It would actually damage you further. So remember, don't take it personal when he says he doesn't know. He really doesn't.
I blocked him.
You shouldn't. It's the spirit within you that creates the situation where he's just like, I don't know why I can't connect with you, because there's a spirit of rejection that does not allow that connection to happen. And it's not only him, it won't be with any man. They'll be with you for 20 years and they'll leave you until you break them. And God is a God of, he's a judge. So if this spirit has a legal right in your bloodline, God can't step in and be like, nope, no, because the spirit has legal rights. Now it's your job, because God gave you authority to break these things through fasting and prayer. It's been a journey for me.
You feel free?
Not yet. I still have some a ways
You
to go.
wrestle with it.
I still got ways. You ready? Because I don't see you.
My clothes are still drying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's but I know what I want for my future, and I will not allow these spirits to intervene or affect my kids' life. I will not. I won't stand for it. And I will fight you.
Mm-hmm.
I will fight you.
Protector.
Oh, I actually am.
You are. Because even in your directness, it's not a weakness, but that's, you know how they say things are the gift and the curse that you give. It's like I'm giving you that direction, but it's like in the direction is your protection. I'm trying to protect you. I'm telling you this for your own good.
Your own good.
Right? I don't have to sugarcoat it. It's to protect you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to make this pill easier to swallow. This is for your good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to do evil. It's actually, yeah.
That is I think this is number one. These two here, the director, protector, that is your lead, your uppermost or foremost quality that you're leading. I'm doing this to protect the path. I'm trying to do this to give you peace. This is what it is. This is what it takes. No bullshitting. You like it or not, right? Are you in or you're not?
You don't do it, that's on you. Just
It's
don't
on
come
you.
back
But
to
don't
me.
come back
Just
to me.
don't, because I
Right.
don't have time for it.
Right.
Because I try to help you.
I tried to protect you.
I try to protect you.
Because that's why I gave you these instructions.
But you're a nurturer.
Okay. And I didn't know that because I struggle with not feeling like, remember I told you, like, oh, I'm not a good mom, I'm not good enough, and it's just like, you know, I'm not gonna do.
And I'm going to give you a different, I'm going to just show you. The way you take care of him, how you were like, he didn't, that's not me.
It isn't?
And Jacob can tell you. And my kids can tell you. I'm going to show you this once, but you need to learn how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. I'm not a nurturer.
No.
So they wash their own clothes.
He does too. But I had to show him. I showed him the first time, but he washes his own clothes, he irons it.
But you're a nurturer. You're coming from a place of nurturing, taking care, because you know if you want him to be prepared.
Yes,
because
prepared.
they care,
Correct.
right?
Yes. Yeah.
No, I'm. It's not that. I'm coming from a place of efficiency.
But you need to do this. Yeah.
Yes.
Because I can't. I got other things
Because
I got going on here.
need to focus on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that rabbit hole's funny too. We can approach. Both of them gonna do their clothes, but their approach is different.
It's different. Mm-hmm.
And I think that's wild.
Isn't it?
But it's awesome because it's what makes us different. We're getting the same thing done, but it's just like
It's a different
I'm
approach.
preparing you, and I need for you to do this, and then look, you do this, you do this, you do this. Management.
Oh, that's true.
That's right. Management and delegation.
But do you see that I don't feel bad about it?
No,
like,
you're not
and
supposed
you
to.
Would,
and I
but
would
you
feel
wouldn't
bad.
feel bad about it.
Okay, so I wonder why management, delegation. That's why, remember I said, you said delegation. I have a problem with it, delegation, because I feel like I think that I need to. It's not that I don't like management. I wonder if there's an effective way to delegate without directness, and I don't think you can.
You need to give
So I have to
direction.
work on it. I have to.
So I have a virtual assistant that works with me,
Yeah.
and I delegate the work, and I give her directions as to how I want it to be done. I don't have a problem holding it back, but when you mess up, you will hear about it. But I have to be direct. I can't be like, "This is awesome. This is great."
However,
No,
you
I
can't
just-
do.
I can't do it. I'm
That
like-
is my approach.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I
You're
said, and this is exactly what I told her. I said, you gave me this. I asked for this. We had 2 conversations about this, and I don't want to have a third. I know you can do better. I know that you can do better. So in an expense report, we're dealing with money, we're dealing with expenses, and that goes back to the company. Do you know how that affects the money, the flow? You need to be attentive, and you need to be detail oriented, especially when dealing with money. And I know you can do better. I don't want to have a third conversation about this.
I love it.
That's it. I wasn't rude or that, but I was just like, you could do better. I wouldn't, but I don't come from it. I don't come from the coaching approach, which you would be like, this is how you do it. Okay. Let's have a phone call. Let's have a video call. When you see this right here.
Yeah. You sound not doing
I'm not doing that. No, don't call me. This is exactly what I need. I gave you a template to follow. I don't know why you have questions. Just follow the template. And we won't have any problems.
We won't have problems. Like just what I asked.
Just follow the template, girl. Why is the mileage missing when I gave you a template that had the mileage? It's not like I surprised you with information.
You're like, oh no, not a surprise.
No.
A requirement was required.
But you are a nurturer. That's why you like coaching, because you're Bob the building people. That's why you like construction.
That's why I like construction. I'm a nerd.
You like building.
I like building.
But you really do like building.
I do. I genuinely like.
Yeah.
I genuinely draw to it because it's my joke. Maybe it's how I use my creative energy. It's not that I'm being creative because it's with its parameters, but it's how I use this energy to bring something about. Yeah, you know what I mean. So, okay, so so this is your lead. These are your lead qualities, right? So my lead quality is nurturer?
I think everything stems from there.
Stems from here.
But did you feel nurtured?
As a child? No. My mother, it was kind of like, I don't want to say kind of like you, but it was kind of like figure it out. And I figured out everything on my own.
And my mom was a nurturer.
She was a nurturer.
My dad.
Your dad was?
Yeah.
My dad.
They
He
were
was
very
around whatever.
overprotective. Very overprotective. Like, I mean, not to the point where I couldn't have freedom, but my father would take me to school as a high school student.
Oh, really?
And I loved it because I was like, I'm just taking that bus like everybody else.
Really?
But they were right, and I was just like, okay, but I don't need it.
I don't need it. Thank you, but I don't need it.
I don't really need it. I like figuring things out on my own.
I am definitely still that person. Like I have a lot
Ready?
of my energy and focus is about figuring it out. Have
No problem.
Have a nice day at work.
Thank you.
You want to come, or you want to?
I'm watching.
Okay. You sure?
Papa, are you gonna be good? Like who's here? Leah's here.
Leyah.
You wanna go for a ride? No, thank you.
So you're gonna stay with him?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. If you hungry, you can make something to eat.
Yes.
And we gotta.
Oh, we gotta pause our.